Yeah. Now the first thing is that I wanted to ask you, what is digital circuit? Anybody have any idea what is digital circuit? What is digital circuit? Yes. Anybody have any idea what is digital circuit? Yeah, yes or no. You can give the answer either no or yes. Yes, I'm waiting for your
Not
response.
not clearly,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, fine. So digital circuit is an okay. Yeah, please others mute your mic. Okay. Digital circuit is a basically circuit basically which take the signals in the form of 1 or 0. So the circuit which contain the signal in the form of 1 and 0, that kind of circuit is called the digital circuit. Now second thing is that how the digital circuit is designed. Basically digital circuit designed by a transistor. So using transistor you can design any gates. Okay. So this digital circuit is a basically IC. IC is nothing but an integrated circuit which works on the digital signal. Okay, so if somebody will ask you what is a microprocessor is a digital IC. It contains the digital circuit because it's work on the ones and zeros logic. Okay, so this is a digital circuit, is a circuit where the signal must be one or two discrete level. You can understand either one or zero. This logic level you can give in the digital circuit. Rest of the thing is not acceptable by your digital circuit. Example, you can understand your microprocessor IC is a digital circuit. You can understand your display device is also the digital because it can't take the variable voltages. Okay, so all the things which take the signal in form of the ones and zeros, that is basically the digital circuits. So in context of computer science engineer, digital circuits play a important role because you are doing a coding and that all coding is executed by the processor. So on and off you are working on only on digital circuits. Okay, now next thing is that what is combination circuit and what is sequential circuit? Have you heard about these two terms? What is combination circuit, what is sequential circuit? Yeah, anybody heard about this term, what is combination circuit?
मैम टर्म्स तो सुनिए.
Heard the term. Okay, fine. Anyways, good to know that thing. So combination circuit is a such kind of circuit where output is independent of input, or we can say present state of input. Okay, so in non-technical way, in a layman term, if I wanted to explain one thing, assume it for example, you are a one person who don't have a memory, not a person, you are a child don't have any memory. Okay, so if you are behaving with the child, so according to your present state, child will behave in the same way. So you can say the child behavior when no memory, no learning is developed, that behavior is the combination circuit. Means your output is depend upon the current states of inputs, no previous backup will be there. So that is the example of combination circuit. Sequential circuit is like that. Sequential circuit is basically, assume it right now you are not child, you are adult. So assume it at some point of time your friend betrayed with you. Okay, so now next time that person is again come to the picture and you are dealing with the person. So right now your response is depending upon the present state of that thing, or you will include the past experience also.
Ma'am,
Yes.
both.
Yes, both. So basically this kind of response is called the sequential circuit. Okay, so where the output is depend upon the present state as well as the past state, that kind of circuit is called the sequential circuit. So here in place of behavior you can consider input and output. Okay, so here your output is depend upon depend upon input, present state of input, and past, both. So such kind of circuit is called the sequential circuit. Okay, and the combination circuit where the input and output is independent, we can understand, we don't have a memory. ठीक है. So you can take this example as a child, because child is a very pure, we are saying the child is the purest person in the world, because they don't have a memory, they don't have any grudges and all. ठीक है. Whatever you behave, they will respond on that way. And sequential circuit, you can say the adult, any adult, they having a past memory, past baggage. So according to the past baggage, that person is respond. Assume it some person is very aggressive, so the aggressive is not his proper sanskar. Basically aggression is due to some past event, that's why that person is aggressive. If some person is like, that person having too much anger, so due to some kind of past history, maybe he have it, that's why that person is very angry. So you can understand sequential circuit means which contain the memory, so the output will always depend upon the present and past. Have you meet such kind of person जो आपको normally unnecessary react कर जाते हैं? So तो reaction condition में आपको क्या लगता है कि अरे मैंने तो कुछ किया ही नहीं, क्यों react कर दिया? This is not normal behavior. So जहाँ पर वो reaction हो रहा है present state के according नहीं है, that is basically sequential part. And combination present condition पे depend करता है. ठीक है. So now I'm switching the PPT. In a layman I already explained. So what is a combination circuit? So combination circuit is nothing but a output is any state of time depends only upon the input variables. Okay. And here output depend upon the present as well as the previous. Okay. Combination may don't have a memory, I already told you, so that's why no memory is here. Sequential may you have a memory, so that's why memory hai, that's why to your response depend upon the past. So sequential circuit contain the memory. Combination circuit is faster because आपको सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है. If somebody is behaving, you will not thinking कि मुझे करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए, because you don't have a memory for that. So your response will be the fast. But in case of the sequential memory, if somebody will ask you for something, somebody will ask you for something, so on that condition what will happen? Your response will be slower. Assume it, if I'm asking for the money, so assume it you have experience कि I'm not giving back the money, so you will think about it or you will take some time, so that's why the sequential circuit response is slower. A combination circuit, of course input and output is independent, so it's easy to design. Sequential circuit is difficult to design. Example is the parallel adder. Parallel is the fast. Parallel means all the bits are simultaneously transmitting, so that is called the parallel transmission. So whenever we are transferring the parallel data, all the bits transferring very fastly. You can assume it, one time your data is going for a one wire, so one wire is a serial transmission. So via one wire, if you are sending 8 bits, so you have to send this 8 bits via one wire, so of course transmission will be slower. If you are sending 8 bits via 8 wires, of course your transmission will be the fast. That is basically parallel and serial adder. Okay. Example of the combination: half adder, full adder, subtractor, multiplexer, demux. We will do this thing in the lab, so you have a clear idea about it. And serial adder, then flip-flop, shift register, binary counter, these are the example of the sequential circuits. So basically these are the circuits involved in your processor IC also. Okay. So you can see this is the diagram of the combination circuit. You can see here's the input, here's the output. So this is the combination circuits. Okay. So here you can place, in place of this you can put yourself, you can put a child. So child input, getting input and you are getting output. And the sequential circuit is nothing but you are putting a child, but after child getting a memory. So that's why this is a sequential circuit. Okay. It's contained the memory, so memory, input and output, you are getting that thing. Okay. And the second example I can give also, your body is also like, closed loop control system. Closed loop means if whatever input you are giving, it will give the feedback to you. For example, if you are eating more, so your body giving the signal according to the past state. So your body is also the closed loop system, we can say the combination circuit, because it's always depend upon the previous state of the some condition. So all over the world we have a closed loop system. Basically sequential circuit, we can say this is a closed loop system, this is a open loop system. In a control system, these two terms called, I can say this thing, these two terms, open loop system and closed loop system. Open loop system is nothing but a input and output independent, and a closed loop system, input and output is dependent. Closed loop system. So in your world, all things are the closed loop system. Is a closed loop system. Okay? Nothing is open loop, because if the something is open loop, so sorry. If something is the open loop, on that condition stability will not achieved. Open loop is very nice, but as a practical ground, it will not give the stability. If you wanted to stability, you need to use a closed loop system. Okay, so this thing in context of control system I told you, because this combination circuit is basically the similar to this open loop, and sequential is similar to the closed loop system. Okay, so these are the two circuits which is used for the your computer architecture. Now we discuss the micro operations. So we already discussed the arithmetic operations, logical operation and other operations. So last operation was remained was a shift micro operation. Okay, so shift micro operation is nothing but a basically where you can shift the bits. Okay, so in your computer architecture, three types of shift micro operation is possible. First is a logical shift, second is the arithmetic shift, and third is the rotate or cyclic shift. Okay, so in this slide you can see we have a three types of shifting operation: logical shift, arithmetic shift, and circular shift. So here in this slide only this part is important. So shift micro operation having a certain symbols. So for a right shift you can see SHL, shift left right, shift right right, and right register, and cyclic right, cyclic left right, cyclic right register, and arithmetic shift left register, and arithmetic shift right register. This is the symbolic notification of the shift micro operation. Now question comes in your mind, how you are able to perform this kind of operations. Okay, so first we are trying with the shift operation. So first shift is the logical shift. Okay, so logical shift is nothing but in which you are shifting the any bits or word is nothing but which is greater than 8 bit or equals to 8 bits. So basically when you wanted to shift any bit or word left and right position, that kind of shift is called the logical shift. Okay, so now the question is how you are doing this logical shift. So if you wanted to do, assume it logical shift right. Okay, so logical shift right means assume it you have a this 8-bit number. This 10001, this is the this is the upper byte, and this is the lower byte. Okay, so in the logical shift right, what will happen? You can see this arrow. This arrow indicates shift will happen on the right side. So if assume it you are shifting this number on the right side, so what will happen? This whole bit means from here, this will be empty because this is shifted here. So this 10110, this whole thing is shifted by 1 bit, and this 0 is discarded. Okay, now the question is that ये जो आपका empty space है, what number will become? So here you will append the 0. ठीक है, here you will append the 0. This empty space will append the 0. So this is the 1 bit position logical shift. Is it clear what I'm saying? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear? Okay, fine. Now next example is a logical shift left. Okay, so in logical shift left you are taking the same example 1001 and 100. So this arrow indicating the left shift. Okay, so when we are doing a left shift, you can understand this whole data shifted left by a 1 bit position. So assume it if I'm shifting left by 1 position, so this 1 will be discarded because we are shifting 1 bit position, so this 1 will be discarded. So you can understand I just discarded this one, 001100 we are getting. So if we are discarding 1, this particular position will be empty, so we will append 0 here. This is called the logical left shift. Is it clear what I'm saying? It's very simple. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now next is the arithmetic shifts. So in the arithmetic shift, basically data is treated as a signed integer. You understand, I think, what is signed and what is unsigned. Assume it if we have this number. So this is the signed number or unsigned number. Assume it you have this number. So this number is signed number or unsigned number. Signed number means positive number है or negative number है. How you are identify this number is positive or negative?
Ma'am, it's a negative. Why? Because the first number is 1 now.
Yeah, this D7 position, we are saying this is the D7. D7 position of any number decided the number is positive or negative. Okay, so this is the signed number. Okay, this is a negative number. So this position is called the signed bit. Okay, So in arithmetic shift, treat the data as a signed integer. So आपको किसी भी signed number पे ये operation perform करना है. It does not shift the sign bit. कहने का मतलब है your sign bit will never shift. You will perform the operation only rest of 7 bits. Your sign bit will always remain same. Okay, now we are taking the example arithmetic right shift. We are designating arithmetic right shift by a ARS. So in this arithmetic right shift, sign bit is replicated into the bit position to its right. Okay, so assume it you have this number. This is your number. Okay, so in this number you have to shift right. So this is the symbolic notification of this one. I am shifting by right. So here you can see I am replicating the sign bit. This one is replicated over here. Okay, I replicated, then I'm shifting this whole bit via one position. So I'm getting 0. See, I'm getting this number 0 1 0 1 1, and this 0 is discarded. That is called the arithmetic right shift. Is it clear what I'm saying?
We cleared you all.
Okay, I'm repeating again. For arithmetic right shift, the first condition is your number would be the signed number. Signed number means this D7 position always contained 1. Okay, so on the arithmetic right shift, this signed number will never change. Okay, so what will happen if I wanted to shift right position? So right will be in this side. Okay, so what I will do, this is a signed number, so it will not change, it will retain same. Okay, and it will replicate here, it will replicate here. I replicated this number here, then I am shifting this whole number by 1 bit position. So if I am shifting this number by whole bit 1 positions, so this 0 will be discarded. So you can see this is the same thing will be there, 0 1 0 0 1 1, and 0 is discarded. Only the condition is that your sign bit will be replicated. Okay, in arithmetic right shift. Is it clear? Now is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. If I'm saying again shift this number is by 1 bit position. Assume it I'm again shifting this number by 1 position. This number. Now my current number is this. So what will happen? What will happen? Now I have to perform the operation on these particular bits. है ना? So what will happen? 111. Very good. Correct. 111, and the rest of the bit will be like this, and this one will be discarded. Wow, very nice. Okay, now next is the arithmetic left shift. So in the arithmetic left shift, what will happen? We are doing a normal logical shift, whatever we performed on the previous one. Only difference is that ki sign bit always written. Sign bit always written. We can't leave the sign bit. Okay, so how this operation will perform? Assume the same number. Okay, so I have to shift in the right position. It means this shifting will be happen in this direction. Okay, so you can assume this one is all written. Okay, so one is already written because we can't change this one. Now you have to shift in this direction. So you know, if you will shift in this direction, this number will be removed because this is the last number 0. So we remove the 0 and we are writing this whole number in that way. I wrote this number and I append 1 0 here. Are you getting my point, or should I need to repeat it?
Repeat.
Okay, I will repeat it again. Okay, assume it you have a this number. I have to shift left. So left means see this arrow. It will be shift left side. Okay, so sign bit will be written same, but here you can say when we are shifting on the left position, so I have to perform the operation only on this because sign bits remain same. So what will happen if I will shift right? This particular 0 will be discarded. So I discarded 0 and I'm just writing this number as it is, 1 0 1 0 1 0. You can see I just wrote this number as it is. Okay, and I appended 0 at the last bit. Only this is the difference between the left and right shift. In the right we are replicating the 1 and in the left we are appending the 0. Is it clear now? Is it clear? Or I will take the other example also?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Okay. Now next part is the cyclic or rotate. Okay, so cyclic or rotate is nothing but when we are rotating, cyclic rotation will happen in any numbers. So here all the bits will be preserved. Okay, whenever you are operating this function, nothing will be loose. Nothing will be loose, nothing will be replicated. All bits are reserved. That is called the cyclic rotation. Now the question comes in your mind, what is the purpose of cyclic rotation? Cyclic rotation is basically to testing the any number. Assume it you have an array of number and somebody said you have to add only a positive number and discard negative number. So to test what number will be positive, what number will be negative, so this particular operation will be performed. Okay, so now we are checking with the right, rotate right. Okay, so you can see this number is, this is the number 101010. So rotate right means what? Every bit here, every bit shifted right. So you can say this one I'm taking from here, so from this is shifted right, so this is the shifted of right. Now this particular bit is not discarded, this bit will be rotated and comes here, this empty place. Okay, means what is there, what has happened means this particular bits you are writing and this is not discarded, this 0 move at the place of 1. So I just put it this blank space now, so this blank space is the for this 0. So here you can see nothing is lost, everything is rotating in a cyclic manner. Are you getting my point? Is it clear?
Yes,
Is it
ma'am.
clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, one nice. Oh no. Okay. Next thing is the rotate left. Rotate left is nothing but we are rotating the number on the left position. So here you can also see we wanted to rotate this number on the left. So every number will be shifted one bit on the left. So you can say when everything will be shifted by left by one, so this one will be rotate back and comes here. Okay. So here no information is lost. In left case, left number will be rotated and comes on the right position, and in the right numbers come there and comes to the left position. So you can say in the cyclic way rotation will happen. So these are the shift operation. Is it clear? Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, very nice. So this is the last part of your module first. So your module first is finished. Now I just wanted to conduct one small class performance quiz. So I would like to request you from every student, 80 student is present. So I'm asking the question via name because I just wanted to check the class performance. So please respond me via chat, or either you can unmute your mic and give the answer. But your response is necessary. Yes or no, you have to responses. Okay, I just wanted to check your attentiveness in the classroom. Okay, so I'm starting the question. So the first question from Pratik Tomar. Yes, Pratik Tomar is available. Yes, first question from Pratik Tomar. Pratik Tomar, yes or no, you can type in a chat box also. Pratik Tomar. Pratik Tomar. Pratik Tomar is available. Yeah, I'm asking from Pratik Tomar.